One word. Oh my God. She's a boss.
She's such a sweetheart. She wasn't in Yearbook junior year. So, like, she was in it our sophomore year, and then she wasn't junior year, and she was this year. And I was really happy that she came back.
I really got to know her this year when we would walk from first period to second period, and she would just always make my day better by saying little snarky things or just little things that just were really, really sweet.
Like her quiet demeanor and her like perfect personality. It's like, I don't even know why she didn't do Yearbook last year, but she's like amazing at it.
One word to describe Casey Higgins is passionate.
She's like one of the sweetest people I know. She's helped Yearbook by just being like a friendly person and like just like a really caring soul, but she's also just been a really good friend to me these years.
She's just such a amazing, like, bubbly person that just like, brightens your day when you go talk to her, just like say hi. She's just always in that great mood. She always has her stuff together, which is a very big thing.
I love Casey. She's a lot of fun, and we've had a lot of good times together this year. And this year in Yearbook, with her coming back, we made a lot of memories and came back to being really close friends again.
She's the kind of person who is a silent worker, and she really gets focused and into the work she's doing. And even under pressure, under stress, she just locks it down and keeps moving.
Sabrina, we actually joined Yearbook together our sophomore year. I was like, hey, I want to do Yearbook, but I don't want to do it alone, so will you join with me? And we actually joined together, so Sabrina was my first wife.
Sabrina, she's definitely can be tough sometimes in her personality, but I think that makes her who she is. I shouldn't say that word. I was going to say she's a badass, but I probably shouldn't say that. Okay, Sabrina's a badass, for sure.
She's the funniest person ever. She is so, that independent woman that you think of. She is super strong and headstrong, and I just, love that about her.
Oh my gosh, there's just so many great things to say about her. She has such a great sense of humor. She's always a joy to be around, even though she can be a little scary at times.
That girl, makes me laugh. I'll tell you right now. She just cracks a joke or just talks a little, a little about something, and I'm just like, girl, you right. You know what I mean?
Okay, so some of my favorite memories with Sabrina and Alexis are from last year. We would all walk over to Jack in the Box with Katie, and we'd all get food, and we'd all just get prepared for the stay late that was going to happen that day. And I always thought that was so much fun, and those are some of my favorite high school memories.
So there have been so many days this year in particular where I have come into Yearbook thinking that I would be the first person here. But no, you're already here, and you're already working on Yearbook work. Your sense of humor is so amazing, and it's a little twisted, but I honestly love it to death, and you have made me laugh really hard so many times, and that's quite a challenge, so thank you.
Sabrina's a lot of fun too. She could be really shady, but I also love that about her because she keeps it real with absolutely anyone, and if she has something to say, she'll say it straight to your face.
Sabrina's been there for me when I went through a lot of hardships outside of school, and so I like to think that I've been there for her as well. She's probably just been there for me way more, though, because that's just the kind of person she is. And I know it sounds really, dramatic in that sense, but, because of the hardships I've gone through, I really don't think I'd be here right now if it wasn't for her, because she's just been, my person throughout all of that.
Oh my God, Alexis is, I can't curse on this one. Yeah, Alexis is that bitch, for sure. She's probably the first person I've ever met that I haven't had to change my background in order to fit the mold of who they wanted me to be.
A fun memory I have with Alexis was the junior year. She was in my formal group, and that was a really fun night with everybody.
She has an amazing personality, and she has a great work ethic.
Like, she's just so on top of it, and like I admire her for like always being on it.
Definitely dedicated.
To what?
Everything she sets her mind to. You give her something to do and she will do it. She will get it done.
I'm so happy. I got to know her better. I didn't really know her at all past couple years, but last year I got to know her really well when we were in Bossy Chemistry. It was Alexis Sivong to the right of me and Savannah right behind me. You know, I'm just so happy I got to know them better, and I call Alexis a better friend because I got to know her better in that class.
Getting to know Alexis this year has been one of the best things that's happened to me by far. I think we're alike like that. How we just strive for the very best, and you know, when hiccups come in the road, you have to work around them. You have to see, okay, what's my next option? And so we were, you know, there for each other when those hiccups came in the road. And I felt really honored that she was able to come to me about college stuff, and I went to her about college stuff. And so I'm really excited to see her like flourish in Riverside next year, and I hope to keep in touch with her because she's just so amazing.
Bailey is so spunky. She's like, I don't even know how to describe her to like do her justice. She knows what she wants to do, and I admire that so much because when she knows what she wants, she does everything she can to get it. She's very headstrong, and at the same time, she's such a mom. Like, she just really cares about everybody, and she does what she can for other people, and she doesn't do things selfishly.
And she's a really good team member. She's always there for everybody. She's super sweet, and she has like such pretty red hair. Like, it's so pretty.
Bailey, she's such a great person. She just has an overall great personality.
Bailey Strickland was my marriage partner last year. Like, did so well and so amazing with this book this year, and I'm just so proud of her, and I know that she's going to do amazing things.
Once I got to know her, she had such a spunky personality. She was such a great person to be around. She's become one of my closest friends.
Oh my gosh, my girl Bay. Okay. Bailey, I can't really explain her. I've known her the longest out of everybody in Yearbook. I don't know, I love her. She's probably one of my best all-time friends. Gotta say, she's part of my chosen family. Love you, girl. You know, always there for me. She's always there for me. She makes me happy. She just lightens up my day. A little ginger.
One word that describes Bailey Strickland is boss. And not like bossy, but like she's a boss. Like, she gets stuff done. She knows what she's doing. She's an amazing designer. And I don't think this book would work without her. So thank you for being a boss, Bailey.
Bailey and I go back to middle school. We met in 7th grade, so, you know, we went through 2 years of middle school, then both came to Liberty. It's just been so incredible. Even, you know, back in middle school, she was just very rock solid. She stood her ground on what she thought and what she believed in.
Bailey is so incredible. She is very genuine and very warm and very nice to be around. We have had a few really good conversations just like at stay lates and when we're not doing yearbook work, and she's always made me feel better about myself, and she's given me a more positive outlook on life. And yeah, I'm so glad you're in my life. You're gonna do great things.
Oh my God, Paige is so funny. I don't know, when I first met her, I would probably describe her as like anxious. And now I've kind of seen her like develop more into a person, and she's quite honestly, like, she's resilient. I can't pick just one word to describe her because she's pretty incredible.
With Paige, I admire a lot for her ability to overcome a lot that she's been through. I know that she has some issues like anxiety and stuff like that, but she's able to overcome that and be such a great person to get so far in life, despite the fact that she does have some like disadvantages, I guess you could say.
My wife, Paige Klein. She is amazing and beautiful and so intelligent. It was such a great opportunity to work with her on design for junior year. I learned so much from her. She's just amazing.
She's been a really great help to Yearbook these 4 years. She's another Iron Woman, and she and I were part of senior section with Savvy P. Hey, girl. And no, she's a really good. She has really good work ethic, and I think she'll do really good in college and wherever she goes.
Paige, one of my best friends for 13 years now, since kindergarten. We have been pals since the old days. I am so glad that she has stuck by my side for the past 13 years.
Oh gosh, my girl Paige. Tell you a memory. The first time I ever talked to Paige, I think it was when we had me and her just had the same period. I moved to 7th period, and she was there, and I was talking to her, and she was talking about Grey's Anatomy, and I was like, oh my gosh, Grey's Anatomy fan. I had to jump over there, and we would talk about it, and then we just became friends, and it was just great. And then, I don't know, she's just an amazing gal.
So Paige Klein has genuinely impacted me. One day at lunch, I was sitting on the ground, and she and I were talking. She just made me change my whole perspective about college and how well I'm going to do. And she just really impacted the way that I'm thinking about my future. And I want to thank you so sincerely for that, Paige. So thank you.
Where do I even begin with Paige? I remember the day that I first met Paige. It was my first day of high school. First period, we had Slayton's English class together. Paige has gotten me through some really difficult times, and she's just always been there for me to rant to, and she means the world to me, and I'm really, really glad that I've been able to know her for this long.
Paige is real gangster sometimes, and I absolutely love it. Honestly, sometimes she's the only person that understands how much of a mess I am, because sometimes she's like that too, but I love it because somebody gets me. We have a lot of laughs in Coolest's class every day and in here, and she's one of the people I'm going to miss a whole lot next year.
From day one, I kind of always envied Paige in a way because, starting out as a freshman, you kind of don't know what you're doing or where you're going. And so that's how it was for me in Yearbook. I didn't have any friends. I didn't know what to do exactly, but Paige, she just picked it up naturally. She was a very sociable person who got along with other freshmen, even some of the editors, and so, I've always liked how she just makes every situation fun. She always has jokes, she's always very sweet, and she's very determined.
Savvy's my favorite. I love her to pieces. I do rag on her a lot. We always do. She loses the sign out sheet all the time. But honestly, she's one of those people that you meet and they're just so sweet and they're so down to earth and honest about everything that you can't help but love them for who they are.
Savannah, she's really bubbly and she always puts a smile on my face. We did Powder Puff together, and it was really fun.
Savannah Pope, Savvy Pope. She was my CTE sophomore year, and it's weird to think that she was my CTE because she's one of my best friends now. Oh, I'll tell a story about her real fast. I don't know if she wants me to tell you this, but freshman year we had PE together was when we first met. We were doing the, what are they called? The lunges or no, hurdles. Thank you. Why did I call them lunges? We were doing hurdles and her legs are she has really nice long legs and she was doing it, jumping over them so easily. And we were all like, you look like a gazelle running.
We both have really obnoxious but really funny laughs, and I think that's a really cool thing we share.
Savvy P, Savannah Pope. Savannah Pope has been one of my longest friends. We've been friends since kindergarten and have continuously stayed friends. And she is a genuine person, and she never fails to make me laugh.
Oh my gosh, my girl Savvy P. I'll tell you, the first time I met her was in Yearbook. We used to sit over there on that couch. Which probably wasn't the best idea, but we did. And I don't know, I'm just so happy I got to like know her these past 4 years and become really good friends with her, and she's just an amazing, awesome person. I love her.
Hope's best qualities are smile, her laugh, and her ability to just be an inviting person all the time. Savannah Pope, you're amazing.
Savvy always knows how to make me laugh. I don't understand. Every time we could be doing nothing, but somehow when she starts laughing, it makes me laugh, and we just could giggle about random stuff. Like, we have a lot of fun in Greenlee where we just laugh about the random stuff that she's doing. It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of laughs here.
Savannah Pope. We have spent so much time this year in particular together, especially at lunch, taking BuzzFeed quizzes to determine what type of bread we are. Stuff like that. Like, we don't need to talk about it, but it happened. You have given me so many snacks from your lunch that you deemed as healthy food that you thought I would enjoy, and I did enjoy them all, and I just thought that was really funny and really sweet. And you're just an amazing person, and your laugh is so infectious, and you're awesome.
Her laugh is like so infectious. Like, you hear her laugh, you just start to laugh too. It was kind of just like this little habit that we picked up on where me, Sabrina, and Savannah, we'd eat lunch in the yearbook room and we would just take BuzzFeed quizzes, and just Savannah's my go-to person for vines. Like, we quote vines on a daily, and it gets really bad because we just don't know when to stop. I really hope to keep in touch with Savannah because she's just so sweet, so genuine, honestly. Like, she is just a kind human being.
When we actually like started to become friends our junior year, it happened because I was going into Mr. Gore's second period advanced algebra class, and I was gonna go sit by a couple of people that I kind of knew in the back, and Katie like called me over, and she's sitting dead center in the front of the class, and she's like calling me like, come sit over here, so I had to like go sit over there. So we always joke like she attacked me, and that's how we became friends. And she's a lifelong friend. I can't imagine my life without her. Like, our friendship is not like any other friendship I've had. It's eye-opening. It's like the kind that makes you what you deserve in life and what other people deserve, and how you can impact people and how people can impact you. So I just had to put that in there.
Katie, she's great. I think she did such a great job being Uber editor. I know that she started out freshman year and she actually thought about not doing it, and I'm so glad that she continued to do it and become the Oob.
She is sweet, amazing. She's able to sympathize even with like the rudest of people, which is honestly so admirable, because not everyone has the ability to feel bad for others despite the fact that they might not always be good to other people. And the way that she handled herself this year, I could really see her grow and mature. From boot camp to now, she has definitely proven herself, because I know she doubted herself a lot at the beginning, and that's honestly something that's understandable just because Oob is such a big job, but she's able to handle it with like poise, and she's just so amazing.
Katie Gonzalez. I've known Katie since junior high. Since 7th grade. So it's really amazing to see her grow up into the beautiful young woman she is now. She is so smart, and she did an amazing job as Oob this year. She really did. She's so compassionate and humble. I feel like I've learned a lot from her in that aspect too. She's taught me how to be a leader even more. She's really stepped up this year a lot, especially as Oob. And it's also just fun to sit with her, and we will talk about any kind of Marvel comics and stuff, because she definitely knows a lot more than me, but we just love to geek out together, and I think that's awesome to have in a Oob too.
She's a really good manager. Like, she managed about 80 kids this year, and that's really stressful, so props to her. So that'll really be good for her later on in life and everything.
Okay. Gonzalez is she's very hardworking, and she's very honest with her her life, and it kind of throws us off sometimes. Yeah. But she's really sweet and really honest. I'm really proud of her and how great of an Oob she was this year.
All right, Katie, this one goes out to her. This is the one memory I think will always stand by me when I hear Katie Gonzalez. is I like that laugh. I promise she'll get it.
I just gotta say, I'm so happy I got to know Katie better over these past couple of years. We knew each other in middle school, but then, didn't get that close in high school. But then we got closer and closer, and I'm happy that we had yearbook together. So we'd always had that little common ground that we always had. So we had common middle school and common thing in high school, and I love that. So happy I got to know her better this year.
So Katie Gonzalez was my yearbook marriage partner last year, and she's taught me everything I know about yearbook, and I would probably not be in yearbook this year if it weren't for Katie. So thank you so much for being an amazing oob and for teaching me literally everything I know about yearbook.
Katie Gonzalez is only responsible for what made this year so incredible. Thank you, Katie, for all of your work this year. You don't give yourself nearly as much credit as you deserve, because you deserve so much and you need to accept it, because you made this year so memorable for all of us.
Okay, I love Katie. I've known her since freshman year. We had Meyer together. We were both kind of just there in math. We caused problems. It's fun. We had a lot of laughs. She's one of the people I'm really going to miss a lot too. And well, actually, I'm not going to miss her too much because we're going to CSUB together, but I'm going to be triggered if I don't have any classes with her. Just saying, I'm going to hunt her down.
But he's so fun. Every time that song Lip Gloss comes on, I can't help but think of Brock singing that song at Staylates and going around dancing and because even though he was doing his work, he was being a party, and I think without him, it would have made Staylates tense. You know what I mean?
Brock, he's great. He I don't know, he just makes everyone feel comfortable, I think, because he always calls everyone boo or babe or something like that.
Brock Burrell. I love Brock Burrell. He's my boo. Don't ever marry him. I'm just kidding. He'll find a great person to marry one day, but not in your book. No, Brock's one of my best friends. He always has me laughing. He's just so much fun to work around, and he really does do some great stuff with tech. But Brock, I love that kid.
Hey, boo. Brock is one of the spunkiest people you'll ever meet, and I've known him for 4 years, and oh my god, I'm gonna cry. I've known you for 4 years, and you're one of the spunkiest and funnest people I'll ever know. And I'm gonna miss you after we graduate, and I really hope we keep in touch, because you've always been there.
We always talk about Grey's Anatomy, and he's my Netflix buddy, and he is super funny, and I'm glad that I've known him.
Brock Burrell, you are my king forever. One of my favorite memories I have with you, there's countless memories, but one of my favorites is the homecoming ride across the field, your arm around me, we were waving to the crowd, getting loud cheers from everyone. That is absolutely one of my favorite memories, and I'm so glad that I got to share it with you.
Brock Burrell. Oh my goodness. Brock, I used to be married to you. That's wild. Wow. You have such a zest for life in so many different areas. And I just know that's going to take you really, really far. So good for you for always being really positive, because I don't know how you do it.
Brock and I go back to middle school. And so it's been really interesting seeing him flourish from middle school to high school. He's definitely gained a good confidence. Some might say too big of a confidence, but no, truly, it's been great seeing kind of the shy, kind of reserved Brock in middle school become this very, infectious, humorous guy.
Brock's another person that actually makes me laugh, and I don't understand it, but it's fun because we have fun, and he also is one of those people that's really dedicated to the things he does, and I like his passion for the things he's interested in, and he somehow can get people he always gets people interested in what he's talking about or what he's doing, and I think that's cool that he always has got people there with him for whatever he's doing.
And he has no care in the world. He just he knows what he has to do and he gets it done, but at the same time he makes sure that everything he does is fun and that he makes connections with people that some people just don't really care about getting to know others, but I feel that he does.
Jacob, I met him sophomore year in the yearbook room, actually. We weren't like super close, but he's become one of my best friends this year.
Jacob Kobrick. I'm so glad Jacob did design with me this year. I really got to know him a lot. He definitely knows how to make me laugh. Like, whenever we have like our design group chat, we'll like send each other pages and like we're always like sending memes to each other of like somebody clapping like, yes, queen.
Jacob, so we met in yearbook 4 years ago, and that's kind of where we started like our friendship of, I don't know, we met in yearbook our freshman year, and we did it all 4 years together, and I don't want to get too sad, and I'm really going to miss you after graduation, and although we're not as close as we used to be, you're always going to be my high school best friend, and I love you.
Jacob Kobrick he doesn't give himself credit. Like, he is so smart and so funny and just an all-around amazing person, and like I'm just like blown away every day by like how amazing he is.
He is very blatantly honest. He is not afraid to speak his mind. He has no filter, which can be kind of bad at times, but
Jacob Kobrick, the only other guy that's been here 4 years. You know, I never really knew Jacob through freshman and sophomore year, but this last 2 years I've got to know him better, and I gotta say he's actually a really amazing dude.
So Jacob, I have known you since 2nd grade. You are the only... You should have seen Jack's face right there. That was funny. You are the only person from elementary school that I'm still on really good terms with out of I don't know how many people. And that right there is a huge accomplishment. I have greatly appreciated your overly caffeinated comments and Vine references this year. They have made every class that we've had go by so much faster, and you make every day so much more enjoyable. So thank you.
He's been just a really big influence for me. Seeing him be proud about who he is and non-apologetic. He doesn't take I'm not going to say a bad word. He's just not he's not going to take anything negative from anyone.
I definitely did not know who I was messing with when I met Rachel Falk.
Rachel, she's great. She's going places. I know that because she's so smart. I'm excited to see where she ends up.
Rachel Falk is going to do great things in life. She's one of the smartest people I think I've ever met. She's just so educated in everything. And I have learned a lot from her this year. Like, we were even talking about, like, what colleges to go, and she had a plan. Like, at the time, she wasn't necessarily sure what college she was going to, but she knows exactly what she wants to do. Like, she's a role model for other people, and especially for women. It's very empowering to see her work. She's so dedicated to her work, and she did an amazing job on reference and QCing. Like, she's the perfect woman for that kind of thing, and I can't wait to see like what life brings her.
What a QC queen. We love that. She's really good at catching typos and just all that good stuff. So that'll be amazing for her later in life because no one likes typos.
Can I cuss in this? She's an intellectual badass, and that's like 2 words that like perfectly describe her.
Rachel is amazing. I cannot say how much I'm going to miss her, because if I do, I'll probably cry.
Rachel, my girl Rach. You know, we were married for a while, then I had to get an old. Oh, I gotta say, my girl Rach, I am so happy, so happy that she's gonna go to Sonoma State with me these next couple of years.
Me and Rachel have hung out a lot this year, and I've known her since like kindergarten, and we've gone to school together like our whole lives. But I feel like this year we really became close friends. And we've had a lot of fun this year, and she's helped me so much with like applications for college stuff.
I really related to her because we can both be kind of reserved. We kind of just get in our own little bubble when we work. And I just admire her focus and her, determination. She's been just so helpful as the QC. Quite literally nothing in Yearbook would get done if she wasn't our QC.
Fernanda, she's also become one of my best friends, like Jacob, throughout like high school. I really got to know her last year when we took AP English together.
Fernie. First off, Fernie, I love your Finsta very much. I'm a huge fan. I loved having her in English class this year. I feel like we didn't get to know each other too well, but we would always agree on the same things and how stupid people in our English class were being.
Fernanda Yama is also a very trendy person. She always knows what the latest styles are.
She's so, I guess, free-spirited.
Oh, my girl, Fern. I bet she hasn't heard that in a while. But I'm just so happy that she kind of got out of their bubble in high school. I remember her freshman year, and she's a little shy, but then she got out of that bubble, and she's just she's so eccentric. She's like, bam, you know what I mean? I don't know, she's just a great gal. I love her. She's a great soul. She's a great soul.
Fernanda Yama, one of your best qualities is your humor.
Fernanda, oh my goodness, girl. You're so confident and amazing, and you have, I think the word is spunk. You have spunk. And I've had some really amazing conversations with you these past few years, and I'm always going to treasure those conversations. So thank you for always being there.
Fernanda has been so stylish throughout all 4 years. It's been really great seeing her grow as a person, and she's utilized her style into the yearbook. She's always, taken charge of the fashion spreads, and they come out looking good every year.
We've had a lot of good memories throughout the past 4 years. I feel like we didn't become friends till freshman year, but I still feel like I've known her for my whole life, I'm gonna miss her when she goes off to the Air Force, and it kind of sucks, but I'm happy for her that she's doing what she wants to do in her life.
She is so amazing. She's so nice, and you wouldn't think that because she's like captain of the cheerleaders, co-captain, or whatever. She's an ASB, and does all this cool stuff, but she really is the nicest person I've ever met in my entire life.
Ellie's a sweetheart, and I loved your performance for the Cheetah Girls. You did amazing, and you'll always be my favorite Cheetah Girl.
Ellie, so this year we became way closer because of We the People and everything, and she's one of the nicest people I know, and she's a really well-rounded person.
Monica is a really great person, and she's super smart, super funny, super nice, just super, and I'm not surprised if she doesn't take over the world one day and becomes president.
Always knows how to bring a smile to my face and brighten my day, and she always makes me feel good about myself, no matter what, and that's probably one of the best things that I love about her.
Oh, Ellie, my queen. Okay, I tell you right now, Ellie is my queen because we were homecoming float together. She's my queen to my king. But she will always be my queen. I love that gal more than anything because she's just such a sweet person. She has no mean bone in her body. We all agree on that.
Okay, so Ellie was my wife when I was a junior. So last year she was my wife. And she has been just an amazing person to get to know. Even though I was a CTE, she was so understanding of when I had to go off and do the editor work. And she just was so sweet. She is so sweet. That's never going to change.
Ellie, you are so genuine. I haven't had a lot of classes with you, but honestly, whenever I see you in the halls or whenever I see you at a yearbook daily, you always say something kind to me, and that just makes my day so much better. So stay who you are, because you're freaking amazing.
I will always remember how even though he was so carefree and at times he was very like deadlines, he still managed to get to know people on a personal level, and he understood everything that we were going through, and he valued us more than anybody else has like ever.
I remember this year going to yearbook camp. We were driving down to San Diego, and I was playing music off my phone on like the Bluetooth speaker we brought, and the Beach Boys ended up coming on, and I'm a huge fan of the Beach Boys and stuff, but I like opened up my eyes and I saw Tittle up in the front. He was driving us down to San Diego, and he just starts singing out loud to the Beach Boys, and everybody else was sleeping, and Jacob was so annoyed that that's what was playing.
He's one of those teachers that you never forget and has seriously made my high school career. And I am just so glad that I took yearbook and that I became an editor, and I became, closer to him and all of the editors and all that. And the life lessons that I've learned in yearbook and the life lessons I've learned from Tittle are invaluable, and I will never forget all that he's done for me.
Oh, it was a stay late. It was our last stay late. Oh no, oh my gosh, no, it wasn't. It was when we got the books and we were putting our spring supplement in, and we were done. He was just kind of supervising the cleanup, and I ran in here, and then I ran to the other room where the classroom is, and me and Sam Delano, she just graduated last year. Me and her grabbed Tittle's cup and we cleaned it. And this is like the first time it was cleaned all year. No one ever did that. And I went ahead and grabbed it, and we ran to the bathroom and we cleaned it out. And then we took it to him. And I think the funniest thing is Tittle looks at me and he's like, "How could you?" And he's like, just in total distress, but he goes a little crazy. I even saw a video of him going crazy on my phone. Then he was like, "Aha, joke's on you," because he had 2 cups that year. I don't know how he did 2 cups that year.
Tittle, I will sincerely never forget you. You are such an charismatic, interesting person, and I think of you as a mentor to me in so many things that I've done. Thank you so much for sponsoring me throughout my youth commission membership and writing so many great letters of recommendation for colleges. I have to owe a lot of my success to you.
Tittle has led this class in a way that made everyone do their own work. And honestly, starting off as a freshman, I had no sense of independence with myself. So the way he taught this class and taught us all to be kind of like your own person really helped me to not have to rely on everyone else to get things done. So it's helped me with my independence, time management, and brought us all closer together because, him being wild sometimes had us have some good memories to talk about with each other.
Oh my god. On my first day of school in yearbook, he licked the floor. And that was the moment I knew. I was like, this guy is not a normal teacher.
The thing I miss most about Tittle, I've got to say, is, his personality, just him as a person. Because I could tell you for sure there are no other Tittles in this world.
What will I miss about Tittle? More like, what will I not miss about Tittle? Literally, everything Tittle has done for me and has done for this class is so underappreciated. He does so much more behind the scenes than I think we'll ever know. And on top of doing all of that, he just makes every day really fun and interesting and bizarre by licking the floor or suing the Arizona Tea Company or just doing something that no one expects. And it's given me a reason to come to school every day just to see you and to see what you do next. So thank you.
I'm going to miss all of the shouting for no reason that we could hear in the other room, or how Swinson would come in and yell at him and tell us all to be quiet. That was fun. And I'm also going to miss eating all the expired snacks all the time, or him bragging about, this cool weird flavor of chips or Oreos he found at the store, because how am I going to know when the new ones come out after this?
And we were putting in the spring supplements obviously in the new book. and we were asking him for an aux cord, and he was like, no, I don't have an aux cord. And we all knew he did, and out of nowhere, like 10 minutes later, we all moved on in our own conversations, and he was just like, do you mean an auxiliary cord? And we just started to die, like, really, dude, you don't know what an aux cord is? He thought we meant like an ox, like the animal. Oh. But I don't know, that one was funny. It made me realize how, even though he's like definitely seasoned and he's old, and he's been a teacher for a while, he still has his human moments, and it's what makes him differ from other teachers and makes him relatable for us.
What am I going to miss about Tittle? Everything, honestly. I try to think about the person I would have been had I not joined Yearbook, the life I would have led on campus. And I'm not someone who does sports or really any other clubs, so to speak. And so Yearbook has been my community, and it's a community that Tittle provided. And I know we're all definitely going to miss Tittle, and I definitely will too, because he's the kind of person who, he doesn't just care as your teacher or as your advisor. He cares as a person to another person. He's provided so much for us. The way he just, out of his own pocket, buys us so many snacks. He buys those plaques, for the yearbook awards. And, I remember whenever the yearbooks arrived this year, and we started putting in like the spring supplements, he went down to Lolo's. He bought us all smoothies. I'm sure everyone else has already mentioned how whenever we were putting the spring supplement in and we were playing some music, and so I think was it Bailey or Alexis asked, oh, hey, Tittle, do you have an aux cord? And he's all like, no, I don't have an aux cord. And then we're like, dang it, like, I guess no aux cord. And then later he's like, oh, wait, did you mean an auxiliary cord? Oh, yeah, he once almost took out my mom's Suburban with his Prius. He was just like zooming through the parking lot, and my mom's like, what the heck? And I'm like, yeah, that was my yearbook teacher. So he's just so kind, how he really provides and makes this like such a happy, healthy atmosphere. Maybe not healthy, because the snacks we've eaten are not really ever healthy. He's just been such an exuberant, exotic character. His attitude and his outlook on life, he's very positive. You don't meet too many people like that.